welcome back, and Happy New Year. 2025 is going to be a good year. Hopefully you got your goals set or have started working on your goals for your garden space. I wanted to share with you a goal and a plan I have for my work trailer, and then I wanted to show you how I've built my raised garden beds, because this is something you can do during the winter, which is really nice and really cool. Especially here in Utah right now, central Utah, it's a pretty warm winter. Haven't seen any snow in the valley yet. That's stuck anyway, so good time to start doing some garden planning and start building certain things. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Okay, so over here I have my two trailers. I got my jumping jack trailer and then just a little truck bed trailer. It's probably a 5-foot bed or maybe a little less. Bought off of KSL. It's done really well, but there's a few things that I want to do to it to change it and make it better for what I want. What I want the trailer to be able to do. So the first thing I want to do is clean it up. If you notice, there's a lot of rust here, a lot of, I don't know, paint fades and stuff. Granted, it's a work trailer, so does that really matter? The answer is no, but why not have a nice trailer? Especially since I want to use this as part of the tough business, the traveling urban farmer business. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unbolt the storage container, the spare tire. I'm going to take off these makeshift walls I put on there. I'm going to try to take off everything that I possibly can, and then I would like to remove the bed from the frame so that I can go through and sand the frame, put a nice truck bed liner coating on it, or at least some sort of paint to make it look nice and stay from rusting. And then I'm going to do the same for the bed of the trailer. Let me just show you the inside here. So yeah, you see it's brown, but it's getting rusty, it's dirty, it's gross. The tailgate has seen better days. So I just want to do a good overhaul. This is probably a project that will take me, a few months, just because of how much goes into it, and which is completely fine because it's something I want to do. It's something that I think needs to be done. It's something that will in turn be more beautiful, more useful to me. So yeah, the paint color, I'm going to do truck bed liner on the inside and definitely on the framework. The truck bed liner I'm going to use is black. It's from Rust-Oleum. I put it on my actual truck. I posted about it a little while ago. So far it's doing good, especially for a do-it-yourselfer type of project. And then the actual bed, the outside of the bed, on this spot here, I'm thinking maybe finding some diamond plating and put diamond plating on there. Just because that's where like mud and rocks and stuff fling and hit the most, and I think it might just look cool. So I might do that, or I might do bed liner on this part just so it is sturdier or can withstand the weather and stuff better. Where the case and the spare tires at, I'm actually going to plate that whole thing. I found at Harbor and Freight they have a spare tire holder that sits off to the side, like right here. So maybe I'll get one of those, put it here, find a different box, maybe a smaller one that fits nicer up against here. This is where we keep all of our tie downs for the trailer, tie downs and nets and stuff. So me and my older brother, we bought this together and we share it. And so it's nice to be able to come pick it up, if he needs to. There's already tie downs. We used to have a tarp in there. The other, a few other things I would like to do to it is I don't even know what you call this. The leg that holds the trailer up. I bought one that goes on the side as well. I thought it'd be easier to move around. I don't like it. I don't think I want that one anymore. I think I want one that's similar to this one over here that has just a leg, but will sit like right here in the middle, right where these guys are at. So that's my plan for this space. We'll see. Definitely new chains, new bolts. Again, I just want to clean it up, make it look nicer. On the sides, I was thinking of just doing straight black, or my other thought was potentially doing the bottom, I don't know, bottom half, or maybe like from here down white, and then put a vinyl over the top once that paint dries, and then paint the whole thing like an army green, or again black, and pull the vinyl off. And so the vinyl would probably be pictures of like mountains of Utah, like maybe the Arch and Mount Olympus, or just pine trees on both sides, and that way it looks a little cooler, a little nicer. Probably do a plastic dip on the tires. We want to look at getting new leaf springs because this trailer is super bouncy. When I first got it, I thought it was the shocks, so I actually replaced the shocks in here. They used to be nice, pretty blue. Haven't washed this trailer in a while, so. But I think the leaf springs, I probably lost their spring. They've been sprung. So while I have this off, I'll look at trying or figuring out how to replace those. But from what I've done, research online, it doesn't seem too difficult, but we'll see. Tail lights, I don't know if we can find any replacements of these. Maybe we'll try or get just newer bulbs so they are brighter. We put these latches on last year. Worked way better because the handle is broken, and so this really holds it nice and tight. But this thing, it's so banged up. This is something I want to replace. I want to put on either just a nice rubber one or another metal type thing like this, but stronger. And then instead of like screwing everything in, the things that I could get away with of just doing rivets, I'll do rivets. Like when I put the plate in the front on the tongue, I'll probably just do rivets. They're strong, they hold planes together. I have a rivet gun. I've been wanting to use that as often as I can with different projects. The trick is it does make things a little bit more permanent, so I gotta be patient and take my time a little bit more on that part. So yeah, so that's the aesthetics portion of this trailer that I want to do. So now when it comes to that trailer, I want it to function a certain way. I want it to have taller walls because we bring in soil. I mean, it can't hold necessarily a ton of stuff, like a ton of weight. It could probably hold like maybe 500 pounds, maybe 700 pounds, something like that. Maybe if I got the new leaf springs, it could hold a little bit more, like my truck. But if we got like wood chip and stuff, they don't weigh a whole lot, so we could build up higher. So kind of like these makeshift walls here, I want to do the same thing but out of metal. So again, I'm thinking maybe diamond plate and some square tubing. I also like it easier to pull a cover over the top. So I've been trying to think and brainstorm different ideas with using things you can get from your local hardware store, like Unistrut and EMT conduit, a tarp like what I have over here, or like a mesh one like we see on the back fences there. Just something that we could roll up. It can roll up nicely, let's say, probably on the inside of the trailer here. And then we go get a load. Actually, it might actually be better on the outside. I don't know. Something I still gotta figure out. But we can unroll it. It can go up and over the top of the trailer and attach to the back tailgate, which is, you know, some hooks, maybe like little D-rings that we can just use carabiners. And because when you go to the dump and when you haul stuff, it needs to be covered. Here in Utah, that's the law. Things need to be covered when you're hauling it. So it'd be nice to be able to have that already attached, ready to go, where you can just pull it and it unravels or unrolls, and when you're done with it, you just reel it back in. I've also thought about, hey, do I make this into like a dump trailer? I just think that's maybe a little too much work. You know, shoveling's not a big deal. It really isn't. Maybe if I was using it more for my business, then, I mean, I want to use it more for my business, but when it comes to like dumping, if I get a lot of customers that need me to go pick up gravel, dirt, and need to have it dumped, maybe I'll look more into a dump trailer and just use this for hauling my tools and stuff like that. But yeah, we've already hauled bricks, rocks, dirt, sod, wood chips, compost. This has been the best investment of a trailer so far. And I like it because it was cheap, and so, you know, and it's old, and if it gets dinged up, not a big deal. But now, if I can go and make it a little bit look nicer and fit in with my truck and stuff, then that'd be awesome. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should paint it white on the outside with black mountains. Oh, let me know what you guys think. Should I do black mountains with a white background, or should I do white mountains with a black background? Or should I do a completely different color? Maybe I should go super obnoxious and do like orange. But let me know. And then we got this trailer. This is a jumping jack. There's not a whole lot I want to do with it because it holds. It's basically a utility tent trailer. So we can pull the tent out and then have just a nice trailer. I want to build ramps for it, and then these sides go up and they're really tall, and this one can hold quite a bit of weight. But the problem is when they fold out, let me see if I can show you guys. So this top folds out like this and comes out to about here. Same with the other side. And then that's where the tent kind of unfolds on top of that. If we want to use it as a utility trailer, they can stand up. And they're probably about yay tall, but they still stick out. If you notice, like here, it sticks out away from the wall of the trailer, which allows for this big gap in between, which doesn't make it super convenient for hauling dirt or large loads of stuff. Also, all the edges are mesh, and that allows dirt and wood chips and stuff to get through, which isn't ideal. So my thoughts are maybe building some inserts, like foldable inserts, or temporary walls that I can pull out when I'm not using it and store it like in the shed or something over here in the shed, or hang them up in the garage. But then when I'm needing it to haul bigger loads of stuff, I can bring them out and maybe use some sort of, I don't know, bolt and washer system or something to bolt a solid piece of wood or metal, even if it's like aluminum, up against the fencing on the inside. I mean, it would have to go up, come over a little bit, and then up. And we can bolt in a few places just to hold it in. That way when we go get loads of stuff, it's solid and doesn't spew out the sides. I don't know. But yeah, that's my jumping jack. If you never heard of jumping jack trailers, they're based out of Salt Lake. They're amazing. They're awesome. They're affordable. Between these two trailers, I have no regrets whatsoever. So yeah, that's my goals for these trailers. I mean, I got a lot of other things I want to do with this trailer, just to make it a little more functional or easier for me to use. But we can talk about those later. So now let's talk about the raised garden beds. I don't know if you can see, June's dug more holes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to order a ton of just like filled, not even filled dirt, but like topsoil to fill in all these holes to, you know, fix the damage that she's done. It's part of having a dog though. I want to order in a bunch of topsoil, maybe some sand, and do a mixture and spread it across the front and backyard. And this will probably be done in early spring when the grass is starting to grow. And I want to mix in some grass seed. And so when it's like the snow's melting and it's really moist outside, the seeds can start soaking down, and then when it gets hot enough, they will germinate and maybe level out our grass a little bit better. Is it going to be perfect? No, but it'll be better. Especially in the backyard, we got some canyons and some holes just because we've changed the landscaping so much. But let's talk about our raised garden beds. So this is my greenhouse. If I zoom in here, those are just fence pickets. They were actually old garden boxes that I took from over here, and I just screwed them all together and made me some beds to go next to the greenhouse, or in front of the greenhouse. Do they work? Yeah, their fence pickets are cedar, so they don't rot quite as fast. You can buy ones that are pre-oiled, pre-treated. I will say they're thinner, so bracing them is more important on those ones because they do bow quite a bit. But yeah, the other thing that you need to think of is for like these boxes here, one thing that I want to do is, again, this is just all aesthetics, make it look a little bit fancier, a little bit nicer. Cover the corners, and with that I only need like a 1x4. Miter the long edges, nail them together, then glue them, and maybe finish nail them to the corner of the boxes, and then put a topper on the edges, so it just looks more finished, I guess you could say. But then again, it all depends on your aesthetics. Do you really want that shape? It kind of looked like a shaker style cabinet, I guess, in a way. I've been super happy with these ones and the way they look. When the plants get big, it's not really a spot to sit on them anyway, so I'm on the ground, my harvesting basket's on the ground, so it's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, if you got any questions or comments, maybe you've used raised beds before and you have some tips and tricks, especially for wood ones, please leave a comment below. Please share. I would like to get a big community going, especially for Utah growers, but worldwide, things that's worked for you guys. Maybe you're up in Canada and you have raised garden beds made out of wood and you've made yours last 20, 30 years. Well, let us know how you did that so we can use that in our garden spaces as well. But yeah, one last look. So fence picket boxes, Douglas fir 2x10s or 2x12s. Bermuda, cinder block, and then I'll talk about the metal ones at a different later date. But yeah, so some big projects coming up. My problem is the planning stages takes me a long time. I'm trying to do, one of my goals this year is to plan more versus just jumping into it and doing going willy-nilly without a plan. I'm hoping with planning more and make less mistakes, but I don't know, I've planned stuff before and it doesn't turn out exactly, so sometimes it's better to just go for it. But yeah, plans for the trailer, plans for the garden beds. I got more garden beds to make, which maybe I'll do tomorrow actually. Jamie's going to be out with some friends, so maybe I'll go buy some Douglas fir and we'll build a garden box together. A new strawberry bed. It's not a bad idea. But yeah, again, Happy New Year. Appreciate your guys' support. I'm really hoping to grow this channel this year, so if you guys could please share it. Sharing it and liking my videos and viewing my videos at this point is way more important to me than subscribing. I want to try to reach as many people as I can. Spread the word. If you're in the Salt Lake Valley area, there's a new personal gardener in town. It's called the Traveling Urban Farmer. And if you want more information on that, check out my website or contact me and I'm more than happy to talk to you guys about it more. Maybe I'll do a whole video just on Traveling Urban Farmer. So yeah, thank you and see you guys next time.